The rock cycle. So in order to begin this assignment, we need to hop over to Classroom, hop over to the Classwork tab, scroll down to Rock Transformations, and click on the rock cycle. Once we get there, you're going to view the assignment. I'm going to pop over to this instruction screen so it looks like yours. Now, it does mention in the instructions that you are encouraged to work with others if you so choose. You can work by yourself if you want, but if you work with others, what that means is you can either each work on your own device and just sit next to each other and talk through the screens, everybody going through, kind of on your own, only talking about it, or you can sit at one device, go through the screens as a group, and then each one of the screen captures that you make or any files you generate, you're going to share them with each other. And then each of the people it's shared with is going to have to make a copy because you're going to attach these to Classroom as your assignment. And Classroom will not let you attach a file you do not own. Okay, so you got to make what you think is the best choice and what sort of technology skills you have. So let's get going. We're going to click on this link and it's going to take us out to the Rock Cycle Interactive. And when we get there, it looks like this. You're going to focus mostly on what's in the center of the screen, the introduction. Okay? So we're going to read the introduction, of course, to find out what's going on. And as you navigate this website, you're going to be looking for these little arrows at the bottom. They're going to guide us through most of what we do. So after reading this, it says begin with the types of rocks. So I'm going to begin with the types of rocks. And I read about sedimentary, metamorphic, and igneous rocks and what to look for. And then at the bottom right corner, I'm going to start my rock collection. And here's an animation. I'm going to click on it and I'm going to begin. And it's going to take me through a number of questions. When I'm done, I'm going to grab a screen capture of this, okay, with my results. And I'm going to save that somewhere, either in my drive or in the downloads. And I might name it something so I remember what it is, because I'm going to attach that when I get back to Classroom. And then at the bottom, after I'm done with that, I am going to identify rock types. And here's another little activity that I'm going to work through. And anytime it asks me questions and gives me a score, I'm going to grab a screen capture of that and attach it. And when I'm done with that little animation in question, I'm going to go down to the bottom, how rocks change. And it's going to take me to the next screen. Now I'm actually moved into, if I look at the top menu from types of rocks, it's now moved me into the next menu, and that's how rocks change. And I've got some reading to do, but I also have another little animation, and I'm going to play it. And I'm going to find out what it teaches me. And then in the bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to go next. And I learn more about how rocks change with little interactions, so I can learn something about it. And then in the bottom right, there's a next again. And I learn more about how rocks change. And then it quizzes me on it. Transform the rock. And when I get there, I'm going to begin, and it's going to take me through a diagram. And at the end, it's going to let me know how I did. And I'm going to grab a screen capture of that and attach it to Classroom. Then I'm on to the rock cycle diagram, which is the next menu item. So I can use the top or the bottom to get to the next cycle. And here's the rock cycle. And I click on this, and the animation teaches me all sorts of things. Okay, and then when I'm done, I hit done, and I move on through each of the steps. I can use these interactions anytime I want, and then I'm going to complete the cycle at the bottom, and it's going to test me on my ability to reassemble the rock cycle, and I'm going to grab a screen capture of that. And then finally, in the end, I get to testing my skills. What do I know? And this is going to ask me questions. And when I get to the end of this 15-question test, it's going to say, see your results. And then it's going to ask me if I want to print my results. And I am going to print my results. So I hit print, only it's not going to go to a paper printer. I'm going to select save to drive or save as a PDF, because it's going to ask me the same thing. And I'm going to save that file somewhere, whether it's in my drive or whether it's in the downloads. I don't know, but I'm going to name it something. So then I can come back here. That'll be my final step in Classroom. And as you know, when it gets to your student work, there is an add button, and you click add and you add files. And if you add them in your downloads, they're going to get added as links. If you file links. If you put them in your Google Drive, you're going to click the Google Drive icon and add all of those things. So it's going to require some skills on your part, but you're going to navigate the website as it's designed, looking for the little buttons at the bottom to take you from one place to the next. Anytime it asks you to do something and it gives you results of how you did, you're going to grab a screen capture of that and you're going to attach that to Classroom. So you're going to have like 4 or 5, 6 different files to add. If you need help, ask someone. That's why we're all here together. So have fun. We'll see you again next week and see how far we get.